someone's counting them down a bit like we had earlier on, 1 and 2. So that's it. That's all he's going to be doing. No ventilations. So the hope of community first responders is that they're available to you in your community. They do have a fairly good response time. Sort of under 8 minutes to 8 minutes is the hope. We're going to let John do a little bit for a minute. Just point out for you, Linda.
You're welcome.
So a responder isn't going to be at your front door within a minute. So just because the responders are out there, they still need time to get to you. Could be your next door neighbour, hopefully it's not. But they'll be there quicker. So community first responder schemes tend to work, not everywhere, but they tend to work in a buddy system. So you'll have one person who's number one, they carry the kit, they carry the phone. But they will also have someone who's willing to go with them if needs be. They're contacted and told about the call as well. But they have no equipment, but they'll go along and give it to you. Depending on where the location is, sometimes the first responder that gets there first, maybe the one that's unequipped with any equipment, they'll just have their pocket face mask and some form of identifiable high-vis. And that gentleman's height there somewhere. So our first responder will arrive, we'll take it this time, he's unequipped CFR. So because he's unequipped doesn't mean that he can't do anything. You'll notice already that his quality of compressions is better than the bystanders, because the person who's on his phone can't see the family member doing it. He can't say speed up, slow down, deeper, come off the chest more. The other difference as well, the CFR will bring with him probably a pocket face mask to be able to give ventilation. If not, most of them have a little keyring on as well. It's not a case of getting good quality CPR from a trained personnel as well as good sort of ventilation and area management as well. Now, as responders, you could live both ends of the town, or wherever it is that you're operating. So your buddy might not always arrive in on top of you, but rather than letting John pass out there from his house, you can try to do 3 of these. We'll let his buddy arrive and give him a big aid. So the second responder will arrive carrying AED. So John always here first, he's after doing a minute or so of CPR, and he's a little bit tired. So when the second guy arrives, it makes more sense that the fresh fella starts doing CPR to keep the compressions up to a high quality. All right?
Connect electrode.
Good compression, keep forward. Just lift.
Check connect.
So it is important that we work around each other, because we want to keep compressions going for as long as possible while the pads are
Down
installed.
to clear. Connect electrode.
So
Down to clear.
this patient here,
Clear.
Analyzing now. Down to clear.
And clear. Everybody clear?
Start CPR.
Compression.
so start CPR. The device we're using today allows for CPR to be done while it's charging. So you'll notice last year that the device we're using, there was a lot of waiting, nobody touched the patient, and then they gave a shot.
Shock advised.
So it took about 15 seconds there to charge,
Down to clear.
but the patient got 15 seconds more
Clear.
CPR. Straight back on the chest. You see the difference in last year from the point of view of how long we spent off the chest. All the signs suggest that good, hard, fast CPR will do a lot for the recovery of a patient.
Compression. Good compression.
So the lads, they'll egg each other on, you know. Keep it going, come on. Now the joy of it is, as a responder, you'll have something that you don't have when you're here in the room, which is adrenaline. Adrenaline's fantastic. It can get you over the hump. You'll do more CPR than you're ever able to do, which is fantastic.
Very good.
Now again, I don't want the lads worn out to do this twice more today, so I'm going to introduce the ambulance service, because we're really efficient here at Mullingar with the ambulance service. As you've seen this morning, you're on scene fairly quickly, so we'll bring in an ambulance crew here with Nina.
We're doing calls, my name is my colleague Mark, doctor. What's your own name?
So we've been
John,
advanced paramedic.
John, keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to talk to your colleague here for a second.
Turkey.
John, you just let me know what's happening.
Just listen.
1 shot, 3, 4 shots, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27,
You have to bring it again. Take a breath, talk here again.
So that was about 15, 20 seconds, and that is the most essential part.
I'll put the bag up next to you there for a second.
Why are you here? Why are you doing compression?
What's your name?
Like,
John,
tell us what's going on.
John, I'm going back in 2 seconds. We'll show you happening, okay?
Charge. Okay, go back on the chest there, please.
Same thing. Charging the machines, back on the chest, okay? Now this is a
Stand
real
clear, stand
machine.
clear, stand clear. Go again on the
Back
chest.
back on the chest. Right. So again, your handover has to be quick, because the last time you decide what to do. Has the shock already been given?
Look after the area.
Depending on how many shots has been given with a pen on the drugs that the
I'm going
patient
to
will get.
assume the role of team leader, so if you have any questions, just direct them towards me once we get it sorted, okay? You're happy enough there, Mark?
Now those compressions are up for
Alright.
me, that's okay. Keep going.
Yeah.
Please.
Well done, John, you're doing excellent. John, you okay? You're
Very
happy
good.
with your rest either?
So taking the pit crew CPR, that's it, seeing there, John, by Paul, is that he's taking more of a leadership role. So he hasn't so much got hands on yet, but he's verbalised with everybody in the team what their job is going to be, and made sure that they know how to do it.
Patient.
So keeping track on time there, Mark? Happy enough?
Good breath, yeah, that's all right.
So John, I'll just confirm this patient will give this cardiac arrest. Has somebody seen them?
Yes, indeed.
Yes,
Yeah.
you've seen them collapse. You started correcting straight away.
Anyway, I've actually,
What age is this person?
55. Two, good, okay.
Alright, John, that's excellent. You're doing really good training. Just make sure that your hands interlock so you don't get too tired, okay? You're doing really good depth there, well done.
So the other thing as well is John's getting tired now, so it's time for start to look at changing over. Don't lose your balance and land on the patient.
Now, can I go and tip that for me, or can I go and take anything out for a minute, just to see if we can send it?
Again, a lot of this is a repeat, and it's being overemphasized and overemphasized all the time, which is the fact that time off chest means a lot. Because the more time you're off the chest, the blood pressure is dropping back down, and therefore perfusion up to the brain is really good, okay?
58, 9, 30. Go. Final cycle, we're going to go for a shock after this.
Everybody's happy enough, we're going to stand here. If the machine indicates that the shock level is charging, we go back on the chest.
Very good.
Just charge, okay, and then Mark's called into security.
Okay, lads? So look here.
Yeah. So we go back on the chest there for a minute, we saw the machine.
Okay, yeah, stop there. Yeah, the F on screen charging. Go down the chest like this.
Okay, so Mark's called is clear now.
All clear, all clear. Clear. Go down the chest, please.
Mark, you want to look after
So here, I'll just let it run for a couple of minutes, let's just see, right? We're only a couple of minutes in, okay? The thing about this is, imagine that it was only the ambulance crew. We'd only have two people, wouldn't we? So who'd be doing the airway? One of the guys. Who'd be doing the compression? The other guy. So who's looking after the rest of the bits that we're going to get now? Nobody. So advanced life support really only kicks into play when you have all the pieces in place. So at the minute here, community first responders, you know, we're kind of lost without them from the point of view of how quickly the patient gets advanced life support.
1 second, please.
Now, especially in rural cases where a backup crew
Yeah, perfect.
maybe 15 minutes away. So they're working by themselves for 15 minutes waiting for backup.
No, we're non-synchronized side, so it's just stay going on the chest, all right? I'm going to breathe 1 seconds for this patient.
So now the patient has received their first medication, right? So the patient received epinephrine there now. And all the stages of advanced life support now have kicked in. Airway has been managed up the top there by one of the paramedics. The advanced paramedic is given an advanced drug. And compressions have not dropped off once. So nobody's taken a rest, nobody's changed to do the airway. And this
Stand clear, stand clear. Shock delivered, back on the chest, please, lads.
Okay, guys, just for 1 second, so while John is doing compressions, we switch over and do compressions at the next 30 seconds, John, so just give this John a break, right? Mark, are you happy enough that the airway is working okay?
Yeah, everyone's working fine up.
All right, excellent.
So
Okay,
communication, communication.
Yeah, so we'll do-
Praise, followed by feedback, followed by more praise.
Yeah, we just be careful, you have an IV in his arm here.
They're all doing great, by the way. That's lovely.
This person have any previous medical problems or anything else? Is on any medication or anything? Right, Mark, are we done there?
We're getting very lazy in the ambulance service. Basically, we have a new piece of equipment that's circulating more and more. So 12 months ago we were here and I introduced a new piece of equipment and there was very few of them. Now, there's two of them. It's not a lot, but there's still more than there was last year. So the accessibility to get Lucas compression device, chance to get one increased.
30 seconds, we go again.
So are we all going to stop and start playing with this piece of equipment? No, we're not. Compressions continue all the time. Now, get in early this time and say, because yes, as a plastic rubber dummy, the plate doesn't fit under exactly, so it doesn't sit exactly centre in the chest. We know it's not, it's a bit of a design
10
flaw.
seconds, lads, we're gonna stop it there.
Yeah. You have enough to back up the questions on your rest? You're okay?
5,
John, you'll be stepping
4,
out.
3, 2, 1, pause compressions, analyzing. Yeah, DF on screen, we're in charge. Go compressions there, Fanny, please.
For those of you that might have been involved in cardiac arrest already as part of a scheme, you will know that adrenaline
Clear,
can get a
clear,
bit carried
all
away.
clear.
So you could be doing 4 or 5 minutes of CPR and not realise that you've actually started to slow down or that you're not going as deep. And that's why it is kind of key that somebody's keeping an eye on it. Even if it is just your colleague says, here, it's been 2 minutes, let's swap around. In this case, we have Paul here as the leader deciding where you guys swap around.
And we get the backboard in, once the backboard is in, then we can worry about getting the rest of the most important thing is what you're doing, guys, is the progression at the moment, alright? You content, you're okay? Yes. I'm sorry. You're doing excellent. Mark, you okay up
Yeah,
top there?
that's not fair, good rise and fall.
Okay, we have oxygen cylinders running in. Super. John, I'm going to come back to you. We have to get a few shocks into our faces after John's yours. So I'll come back to you in a minute and let you know what's happening, alright? Are we going for a rhythm time and rhythm check?
Another 1 minute.
Okay. So you're okay, John?
Swap out, John, yeah.
Quick show of hands, anyone experiences for real yet? As a responder? Quick show of hands. Listen, last year, anyone that was here will know.
No, you're fine. Grant is gone. When next rhythm check, depending on what it is, if liver shock, we just get the patient upside, we get this under, we'll move his arms out. Okay, but you're doing excellent CPR at home, so we're not having a huge rush to the loop.
30 seconds, lads.
Now, I know in the likes of Bray and stuff like that, from my own experience, and how we love Greystone players and that, you could have 3 or 4 responders go to a cardiac arrest, purely because they're available, and if, you know, they've come up with their own rota or system that, you know, there might be a chest pain, 1 or 2 will go, there might be a stroke, that's fine, but when a cardiac arrest comes in, 3 or 4 people could go. So you might have spare CFRs here, and the key there is to rotate them in, doing CPR.
Change the rhythm.
Yeah, they have changed the rhythm.
Check for an output there.
No,
Okay,
no.
this is back in the chest.
Now, I just changed there to the point of view that it's not always going to be a shot.
So no, keep
Okay?
going, keep going.
So the key is to identify, and even with every ambulance crew, it's key to identify. Sometimes the machine won't give you a shot,
Back in the chest.
but you just got to keep on
Yeah,
going.
open the chest up.
Last year we cut the clothes off, but the budget just wasn't good enough to buy those clothes.
You keep going, yeah, start.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay?
That's the position, so, John,
Again,
you keep going.
It's a
there,
piece of
look for
equipment, it's a bit cumbersome to get on, it can be a pain in the ass,
Just don't over
but
the pace.
CPR never stops until the point where it's ready to make contact.
Check patient.
Okay, I'm going to slide down there, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
We're 50 seconds to rhythm check.
And as I said last year, we all go for a cup of tea. Yes, this device takes, you can pause it there just for the sake of noise, okay?
Another epi given our mark on the market.
More drugs given. The loops will continue pumping the chest. The lads will continue assessing what rhythm is on the screen between gaps, and airway will be managed. It is a little bit chaotic. Does anybody agree that it's a bit chaotic? But it's organised chaos, okay? So to use it looks to manage. What's that?
Choreographed, yeah.
Choreographed chaos, okay? So this is practice run 1. You should come back to the third one. It'll be great later on. It's organised chaos, but again, there's a lot of show of hands there for who has genuine experience in this now. And they'll tell you that when you're in that sort of triangle that Paul talked about earlier on, you don't see what's going on around you. Everybody's listening to what's going on, and you know what's coming next. Everybody's on the same page. So yes, out here, the family members, the members of the public that are looking on, it all looks a bit stashed. There's rubbish everywhere. There's bags, I call them bag bombs. You open them up and stuff flies out everywhere. There's wires everywhere. But what's it all about? Saving a life. So does it matter? No. So just get stuck in and do what it is we need to do. Okay, round of applause to the lads.